Hi guys, my name is Kira and I am a makeup artist in LA. Today I will be showing you the character Glass from the modern opera Desert Rose by L.HUNT. If you're interested to see how I achieved this look, keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. So first I just want to show you the character. This is Glass right here. So as you can see, she has some like 3D glitch effects on her face, as well as like a bit of almost like, it's like still a 3D glitch, but it's more of like a sunburn on her shoulders, a very intense sunburn, as well as if you go in here, you can see some details where the sunburn, there's like a super big tan line right there, poor girl. So basically we are just going to be focusing on the face and the shoulders and doing that 3D glitch. Also there's some nice dark purple lips there. As you can see here, she has like a winged liner type thing, and we're gonna ignore the glasses part just because, you know, we don't have that today. We're just gonna be focusing on the makeup. We are going to want to use bright colors for this. We are going to want to use a bright blue and a bright red, also some bright red and blue shadows, just to kind of give like a fluidity to it and not just have straight streak lines, although we are going to be doing a lot of those as well. So for the most part, I'm going to be using this Flash Prisma palette from Mayron. This is their Paradise paint. This is just a water activated paint, and I'm just going to be using this bright blue and this bright red. You do want to be careful, as it does say on the packaging that the reds and like yellow colors, like oranges and stuff like that, you don't want to place too close to the eyes, so we will be using more eyeshadow near that part, and the blues you don't want to use near the lips. I am not sure why, it just says that. I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm going to go ahead in with that. First, as always, we are going to want to set a base for ourselves. So I'm going to be using the Cinema Secrets Ultimate Foundation Primer, and I'm just going to plop just a tiny bit on my face, as well as going down to the neck, because we are going down, not the neck, the shoulders, because we are going to be applying makeup there. You only need very little. Just before we start the actual painting application, I'm going to want to create a base. I'm not going to want to do any like heavy foundations or anything, but I am going to want to conceal my under eyes, so I'm going to use this Morphe concealer in Oats just to conceal under my eyes or any redness that just may make it lose a full coverage or flawless face. You know, these characters don't seem to have any dark circle or acne problems. Lucky for them. So we're going to cover that all up, as well as I'm going to want to prime the eyelids. I'm priming my eyelids with this Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I'm going to use this just because it's also going to kind of act as a concealer for the little like veins and stuff that are under my eyelid. I'm going to blend out the primer with my finger, and then I am going to use a damp beauty blender just to blend out that concealer. I'm going to set my under eyes just to prevent from creasing and to prevent the paint with mixing with it, and I'm going to do that by using this little more hard kind of beauty blender-ish thing by Sephora, and my Milani Prep Set and Go. When setting the under eyes, you should feel a tightening to your skin. It's kind of satisfying. That's how you know it's working. While that's kind of more setting into place, I'm going to give my face just a little bit more full coverage, and I am going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light. And I am going to pack this into my skin with a foundation stippling brush. I'm also going to want to make sure I set the eye primer as well. After that, I can go ahead and wipe away the excess powder from under my eyes, and we can go ahead and get started with the painting. I am going to start off with this side of the face a little bit. I'm actually going to start off with the eyebrows, and I'm going to be using that little detailer brush, and I'm going to put some moisture spray on my Mayron palette just to get that all wet for use. Okay, so testing this out, this is my first time using it. The red literally looks pink. So I am going to have to switch. Oh, this is so beautiful though. I am going to have to switch to a different red. So you don't want your red to be pink based, or else it's not going to really give the same effect. But man, these are some really good paints. Instead, I'm going to be going in with my Cinema Secrets kind of face paint palette thing, and I'm going to be using this red right here. And it'll come out a lot more true red rather than super pink based. I'm going to fill this entire eyebrow in with red. I'm actually going to switch over to an angled brush for this because that was just too flimsy, and this is going to give me a lot more precision. That is much better. So I did end up smudging a little bit of the red just down here for a little bit more of a glitchy effect. And I'm going to be putting blue in that little bit of blue there too later. I'm also just going to fill in just kind of like the top portion of this eyebrow right here. Again, while I'm doing this, I'm always thinking of where the blue is going to go. I'm going to put just a tiny bit at the end of the tail as well. I'm going to start running the red just a little bit down my nose. Kinda like behind my nostril here, but making it extremely exaggerated. So I'm gonna pulling out this way. Gonna go a little bit underneath the side of the nostril right here, whatever you call that. And also this side. I'm just pulling it a little bit different, kind of up there more, whereas this was just kind of a little bit of definition. I'm gonna go into my eye a little bit and create kind of a crease above my crease. If you've done a cut crease before, that'll kind of make sense to you. Doesn't have to be the neatest thing in the world because we are going to be blending it out. I'm going to feather this kind of nostril shadow looking thing up a little bit more towards my eye. I'm going to do kind of an extension of the lip here. I'm going to create another crease here. I just don't want anything to be identical, you know? Alright, I am going to go in with a much bigger brush, and let's see, since the red's kind of focused on this side, I'm going to be doing like a kind of a red stripe here, you know? It's a little bit hard to explain, easier to watch, if you know what I mean. Lines don't have to be perfect again, we are going to be smudging them out. You don't have to like take your time with this, like super. I'm gonna do some down here as well. This one's gonna kind of line my face more. Go into my cheekbone a little bit. I'm going to drag this back to the ear and a little bit down my jawline. I'm going to extend this down my neck. Kind of just feathering down here. Go onto my ear just a little bit in case any of it shows when my hair is down. Near the collarbone. Just not as heavy as the other side, you know? I'm going to start creating those burnt shoulders by putting some paint on just right here, and I am going to kind of dab that out. Her shoulders aren't just a little red. They're like, I just got a tomato thrown on me red. Blending it in a little bit more and leaving that little space for that strap. I'm now going to be going in with my blue aqua color, and I'm going to just be basically doing all the same things, just kind of putting the blue twist to it. I am now going to be taking some blue and red shadows just to kind of blend it out a little bit, make it look a little bit more flowy rather than just like chalky, kind of like it is now. Going ahead to do the blue and again just feathering that out. Just kind of getting the edges a little less harsh. I'm now going to be using a smaller brush just to get into the eyes, to blend those out as well. Nose area too. She does seem to have a little bit of a winged eyeliner, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with some of that. Add some mascara. And last but not least, I'm going to go in with just some hydrating chapstick, and we are going to do the lips purple. I'm going to be taking my NYX liquid lipstick, the NYX Lingerie. I think this is in shade Embellishment, and Anastasia liquid lipstick in Potion, and I'm going to mix these two together. And that, guys, concludes this Desert Rose video. This is, again, the character Glass. I really hope you enjoyed this video. The links for the makeup products that were used in this will be available in your Desert Rose licensing package. With a little bit of practice, this can be completed in about 30 to 45 minutes, although it does take a sharp hand and a good eye for detail. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it and learned something, and I will see you next time. Bye!